Agenda for us today is correct anomalies in GST on notebooks and textbooks. The second major concern in the anomalous and contradictory GST treatment given to the notebooks, textbooks and paper used in the production. Notebook versus the raw material confusion. Notebooks come under chapter 4802 are rightly exempted from GST at 0%. However, paper used to manufacture notebook titles under chapter 4804, 4810 continues to attract 18% GST. This creates a fundamental contradiction. The finished product is nil rated, but the basic raw material is heavily taxed. This has left publishers and notebook manufacturers unable to claim GST, locking up working capital and increased costs. Illogical treatment of educational material. A student's notebook is tax free, but student textbook is taxed at 18%. A student's notebook is tax free, but a student's textbook is taxed at 18%. This creates an absurd situation. While a child writes, it is tax-free, but when a child reads, it's taxed. Further, kindergarten and pre-primary books are classified under Chapter 4810 and charged 18%, making early education more expensive for parents. Scope for malpractices. Paper manufacturer sells all paper at 18% GST, but it's impossible to pre-identify which paper will end up in notebooks versus other uses. This gap encourages malpractice and misclassification. Such a system puts genuine businessmen at risk while rewarding loopholes. Compliance hassle for industry. Instead of simplifying the paper sector, has been pushed into three confusing slabs: 0%, 5% and 18%. Mills, traders, printers and publishers are forced to deal with classification disputes, litigation risk and harassment from authorities. This goes directly against the government's goal of making GST simple, transparent and uniform. Broader impact. Printers, publishers and notebook manufacturers who provide textbooks and notebooks and textbooks for 24 crore school-going children in India are bearing the burden of this anomaly. Rising costs due to GST are making education less affordable for families. At a time when India aspires to become a knowledge economy and is aligning with the developed nations where paper for education is tax-free, our policies are penalizing the very fundamental of learning. Conclusion for agenda number 2. Paper used for notebooks and textbooks must be aligned to the same GST to match the treatment of the finished product. Only then will anomalies, malpractices and compliance hassles be eliminated, ensuring that education remains affordable, fair and tax-free at all stages.
With this, we have concluded with the agenda.